Learn to accept life as it comes. For the sake of mental health, you must accept the life you are given. Stress, anxiety, and despair are natural parts of a person's life, and they should never be attacked. Abandon any obsession with achieving pleasure. As humans, we spend a lot of time chasing down pleasure. We give in to our cravings, reach higher for promotions and raises, and have become part of a society obsessed with sexual pleasure. Do not act on an impulsive emotion. We are often told to follow our hearts, but Musashi's teachings suggest this is never a good idea. When faced with a feeling that seems to have come from nowhere, following its path can lead to bad decisions. Do not obsess over yourself. Self-obsession is common in humanity. These days, we are so focused on online presence, taking a perfect selfie, and striving for perfection, that we forget what matters in life. Strive to separate from yourself and your ego for a better perception of what is important. Never allow jealousy to rule your life. Jealousy is a very strong form of hatred, and Musashi claimed that getting stuck in its grasp would ruin you. He said never to be jealous of others, and to simply be thankful for what you yourself have. Abandon attachment to desire. In the same way as achieving pleasure, desire only makes us want things we may never gain. The idea proposed was to live not wanting more than you have, and to wait for good things to come to you. Never live in regret. Musashi believed that everything happened for a reason, and it was all part of your path in life. Dwelling on things you once did could never change them. Do not dwell on a sad separation. Constantly thinking about a sad parting of friends or family prevents us from moving on and continuing our lives. They should be left behind in the past. Complaining should have no place in your life. Many of us find comfort in complaining when things go wrong, but according to Musashi's teachings, we should let these things pass us by. Dwelling on what is going wrong only prolongs the past's hold over your life. Don't let lust rule your life. Humans are sexual beings by nature, and so many people waste their lives on lustful thoughts. Musashi thought we should instead strive for love and lasting relationships. Keep your options open. Do not rule out matters of the future with closed-off thoughts. Keep your options wide open to allow for the best opportunities to come your way. Don't be a slave to your surroundings. Possessions and a luxurious home may seem important, but there are more important things to treasure. Love, health, and life itself should be treasured above all else in the world. Learn not to be gluttonous. Musashi believed that we shouldn't take so much pleasure in eating, and we should strip meals down to be filling, but not necessarily tasty. Abandon possessions in favor of minimalism. Don't hold on to things you don't need anymore, in other words. If it once was important, it can still be cast aside now to live a pure and simple life. Do not believe something just because you're told to. Allow your own thoughts and beliefs to have space. Don't just follow the crowd and listen to others' opinions. Form your own ideas. Respect the gods, but do not rely solely on their guidance. Gods should be looked up to, but they cannot lead you through every motion. They need to be a figure of guidance, but in the end, a person must make their own path. Have no fear of dying. Fearing death only prevents you from living life to the full. Live each day individually and do not fear the consequences of each action. Do not use weaponry unless it is necessary. Despite Musashi's fame with a sword, he still believed that weaponry should be used sparingly and only when needed. He claimed that defending yourself was okay, but enforcing an attack without reason was a sin. Do not put pressure on retiring with riches. Many of us save for our retirement age so that we can live a life of luxury, but the Way of Walking alone claimed we do not need possessions to live happily. Again, it was suggested we should live in the moment and not chase happiness in the form of possessions. Always protect your honor. Musashi claimed that the only way to be true to yourself was to follow your own beliefs and live life as honorably as you know how to.